Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friends in Music podcast. Today I'm sitting with Jackie. Jackie, thank you for doing this with me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I'm going to see if I can do your introduction in one breath. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
So, this is Jackie. Jackie has her own musical journey experience. She's in a band called Miles Above. She's singing the national anthem at the upcoming Dodger Diamondbacks game, which after this is recorded, it's gonna already happen. So we're gonna hear about that. She started a cappella group at her college. She's in the church choir. She's in musical theater. She was a party princess and a school teacher. Did I get it all?
I think so. Most of
Yeah,
it.
that was not one breath even. I got to work on that. So let's start with how I got introduced to you, if that's okay. So Mesa Amplified concert. That's my introduction to you, right? So I went and saw the Ataris. They performed on the street. It was a lot of fun. And then I missed Pat from Light Sleeper, which his episode came out today. But I ended up talking to him, got that set up. But I saw Bite the Hand. I left Bite the Hand, and it was kind of already like later in the day. So I thought I was going to be done. My friend and Austin and I, we left, and then we heard more music out on the street. So we're like, well, all right. So we were like, flies getting sucked into like a bright blue light. We heard more music, so we came over, and there's this phenomenal band playing all these great cover songs, and that's how I found out about Jackie. So, do you want to talk about Miles Above right now?
Absolutely. Yeah,
All
so
right.
I've only been in Miles Above since like the end of December.
Okay.
They had a previous lead singer and she just went separate ways. She like moved to Tucson, so it just didn't work out for her to be in the band anymore. But
Okay.
they reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I wanted to audition, and so I went in or an audition in December, and I've never sang rock music before. So this is very different for my
Okay.
voice and for me, and I've always grown up around it, but I've never sung it before, and I didn't think that
Yeah.
I could sing it, frankly. And so they gave me a list of songs to learn, and then I just sang through all of them with them, and then they made me like leave the room and they talked about it, and then I came back and they were like, we'd love to have you in the
Nice.
band. And so I've been singing with them since the end of December. I did my first show with them in February, so I haven't done a ton of shows with them just yet, but it's been super fun. We practice every Saturday. We're pretty good about that, about being consistent and
Good.
learning new music, and we've been
Yeah.
writing music as well. We have a dream of putting out an album eventually, but right now we're just working on a single called Victory, which we performed live at Chupacabra, and we will perform it again in a couple weeks. So it's just been really fun. There's four of us, and I honestly I think it's a great number. We're all super duper close
Good.
as friends and as
Yeah.
musicians. We're always encouraging each other, and it's just been a really great for me to be involved in, and it's really helped my voice grow a whole lot. Again, I didn't think that I could sing this way, and so for them to believe in me in that way was super duper awesome, and I'm just super thankful for the opportunity to perform with such talented people that are just passionate. I feel like I've never been involved in something with musicians that are as passionate as I am. I feel like I'm the one that's always like pulling the
Yeah.
weight, but they are all in and super passionate and work super hard, and I've just never worked with other people like that before.
Yeah. You're definitely super fortunate to have people that meet you on the same level. Like, that's always a hard thing about being in a band, is people have different
Mhm.
expectations or goals, and so if you guys are on the same page, that's awesome. And um, I mean, you guys have great chemistry performing together. Like, I would have thought you guys have been in that band a lot longer together. Did you know any of them before joining?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Seriously, the funny thing is when they DM me on Instagram and then I got Stefan's number, but I didn't know it was Stefan's number. So he's the guitar player. So
Okay.
when I first started texting with him about information, I had his name saved as like Miles Above because I had no idea
Yeah, that's
who this
funny.
guy was. And then he sent me this random pin address. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna go to this audition and like pass
And that's
away
it.
and be like kidnapped or something. Like because it's like they live like where we rehearse is like in like Mesa-ish area, and
Okay.
that's like 40 minutes from me. So it was kind of crazy for me to drive 40 minutes based off of something that somebody DM'd me on Instagram that I had no idea
Definitely. Yeah,
about, but
definitely.
it's been the best decision ever. But I
Good.
definitely thought I was gonna die.
And then you guys are playing another show at the Chupacabra Tap Room. Are you guys friends with them? Did they ask you like after your first one to like come back, or how'd that work out?
Yeah, they just asked us to come back after our first
Nice.
one. Just
Yeah.
super great. I loved the crowd that night. Everybody was super involved and responsive because I mean, I this is my first experience like being a front man, and so like that's been something for me to navigate, and so for them to be
Yeah.
so responsive was really great, and I felt like I could just be myself. So I'm definitely excited to play at that venue again. It's just super cute little outdoor stage. It's nice that people can walk around and stop and watch. So yeah.
Yeah. And so are you guys playing outside again?
Yeah, I believe so. And it's for goodness, I'm not sure. I think it's for like an anniversary of their like place or something. Let me like see, I can't remember what it's called. But it's for some kind of event.
Okay. Well, I think it's cool that it's outside because that helps definitely
Yeah.
draw people in because they're walking by or,
Yeah, 7-year anniversary. That's what it
cool.
is. Anyway.
I mean, and also Chupacabra, that's just a great name. Like, whoever thought of that name for that location? That's amazing.
So funny. And I'm like, where are you playing your next show? I'm like, the Chupacabra Tap Room. That is what it's called.
Yeah, it's so cool. So, I don't know if I'm okay to share this story, but like I said, I walked over. You guys were already, into your set, um, and we were watching you guys, and I was like, man, like they're doing good. And like I play drums, so I always tend to watch the drummer. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is he doing? Like something weird's going on over there. He's like playing one handed, but he's not trying to show off, right? And then I see like, oh, his snare stand is broken. Like he's trying to hold up his snare and play his snare. And so like I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, no one's gonna go help this guy. So I just ran up and helped him. I held the snare for him until he was done with the song, and then we fixed it and got him squared away. And then I could see that like everything was just falling apart for him because like it's just that stage was not ready for him.
Mhm.
So I felt
No,
so
we
bad
really
that
appreciate it because okay, that night, so it was a great show, like I said.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think we performed really well together. The crowd was amazing, but it was also everything went wrong that night,
yeah,
like in that show. And so it was definitely a big learning experience for us that we can just keep going despite things happening because
yeah.
Stefan, the guitarist, his since the stage was so wobbly, like as we were playing, like his cord like wasn't staying like plugged in, and
Oh
so then it
man.
was making this like really loud screeching noise.
Yeah,
During our like third song and fourth song, we were trying to figure it out, and so his dad, he turned to him and was like, "You find some duct tape or something, like,
yeah,
because it's screeching really loud." And we just kept going because we're like, well, only got like 45 minutes. Like, we're not going to stop. Like, and
yeah,
it wasn't like anything crazy. There was a couple moments, and I just made a joke. I was like, oh, sorry, guys. That was me. Like, I got some laughs. So,
yeah,
but anyway, so his dad, like, there was duct tape on the floor, like, to tape the wires. So he pulled it off the ground and like we duct taped his like cord like into place so
yeah,
that it wouldn't screech anymore. So that was happening. And then a couple like mishaps happened with the drums. Like the snare just kept running away from him the whole time. Just because
yeah,
that stage isn't really meant for that type of music, I would say.
yeah,
And then we also
yeah,
forgot a rug. So it was just moving around a lot. And then Stefan and he'll like sing background like harmonies and vocals sometimes, but the other microphone wasn't working. And
oh
so,
no,
oh, hello. There's like a little thing. The other microphone wasn't working. And so him and I were just kind of awkwardly sharing it in some parts. But then
yeah,
sometimes I forget because, like I'm not used to having to share with him the whole time.
yeah,
So like it was really awkward sometimes because he'd like kind of come up and then I wouldn't realize that he's like, he was right there. So everything in that show went wrong, but it was really fun, and it was the best one I've done with them for sure. It was just the most fun. I think the most people too that
yeah,
we've done
cool.
it for.
Well, you guys did a great job playing it off, and
Thank
like
you.
half of those things we didn't see, so you guys did a wonderful job.
I was also very sick, so that was
You were?
yeah.
Wow, good for you.
It was like there was a couple songs where I was like, I think we got to Heartbreaker, and
Uh,
I was like, Stefan, you got to sing this pre-chorus part with me because this is so hard to sing right now.
well, you guys did great.
Thank you.
The other thing that I'm curious about is up front, you guys had somebody with like a headlamp flashlight. Was that somebody that you guys know trying to light you
No,
up? Okay,
that
I
was
thought
the
so.
other thing.
Yeah.
We have no idea who that man was. And
Okay.
and the whole time he just kept turning to me and going, "You're so beautiful," and I was like,
Oh,
"Thank
geez.
you, thanks, I really appreciate that." But he just kept shining the light at us, and like sometimes it's like right in our eyes, and he was like changing color, and but
Yeah.
no, we did not know who that guy was.
Okay.
And he
Yeah, I
was just
saw.
standing in the front having a good time. He thought we were great. I'm like, I'm glad you had a good time, but he was kind of like blocking everybody.
Yeah, he definitely was. So we got to tell Chupacabra, hey, you guys need like one security guy at least. Like, I didn't know if it was like, a friend or a dad, like just trying to like
Oh
show
no,
support.
we
But
had
yeah,
no idea who that
yeah,
was.
I could tell he made some people in the front mad because they were like trying to pull him back and be like, dude, get out of our way.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can find. Is there video? Do you guys have video of that guy so we can share so people know what we're talking about?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we
Perfect.
do. Because I sent it to a bunch of my friends afterwards. I was like, "You'll never believe this show." I'm like, "Oh, XYZ went wrong," and then we had this random guy in the front row that was like shining this strobe light at us.
Yeah, but for real, you guys played it off. You guys did so good. So good job to you. So let's take a step back and find out who you are, how you got into music, what led you to do all these. I mean, you do so many things in music. So we're in Arizona. Are you from Arizona?
I am. Yeah, I'm from Cave Creek, Arizona, so that's where I grew up,
Okay,
and I'm
cool.
in like Paradise Valley area now. But I
Nice.
went to Grand Canyon University, so then I lived on campus for 3 years. Um, Yeah, I studied music education, so I got my Bachelor of Arts in Music Education, and I also minored in worship arts and in piano. And so I just graduated last April, so April of 2025.
Nice.
And my music journey started in elementary school, honestly. I
Okay.
joined choir when I was in second grade, and
Wow.
I had the best music teacher ever. I just loved her, I adored her, and I looked up to her so much, and I still do. I've always wanted to make that impact on others that she had on me. She just really um, fostered a love for music in her classroom and just wanted everybody to have a good experience, even if they didn't, go forward with music, and just made it fun. So I was in junior choir in like second and third grade, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth grade was like senior choir. And
Yeah.
then I was in choir and show choir in middle school, and then I started playing guitar when I was in sixth grade, and I stayed in choir throughout high school, and I did like regional competitions. I did all state competitions. I was very fortunate to get first chair at regionals, which was super awesome and so much fun just to sing with that many people that are that passionate about um, music. And then I decided I wanted to go to college for it. So um, acapella was like my whole world in college. I started the first acapella group at Grand Canyon University, and they are still alive and flourishing. It's called the Canyon Crescendos. So I was their
Nice.
music director for 4 years. So I arranged all their music. We competed in. Have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Yep. Of course, that's what
Okay,
I think of when you say that.
yeah, the competition, the ICCAs. That's like a real life competition. Like it's called the International Championship for Collegiate Acapella, and so we
Uh huh.
competed in that,
That's
which was super
awesome.
fun.
Yeah. How was that experience?
So cool. We competed in Arizona once for our first year, and then the other 2 years we competed in San Diego, which tough
Okay.
crowd. Like those schools are so good. But when we were in San Diego, we placed third place at quarterfinals, which
Wow.
was super, super awesome. And
Yeah. Good
our two
job.
vocal percussionists, so like the beatboxers, they got outstanding vocal percussion, which was super cool too. They have like special awards for like best arrangement and choreography and vocal percussion soloist. So,
Yeah, that's great. How many were in your team, your group?
every year was a little bit different just depending on our needs, but we never took more than 18 people.
Okay.
So a lot of people, but our magic number was like 16. Um, because then it was like we could really split. So it was like because we did like 8 part stuff a lot of times, like soprano one, soprano two, alto one, alto two, tenor, baritone, bass, and then sometimes another part thrown in there, and then a vocal percussion part. And so it was nice to have like you don't really need more than one person on soprano one doing all those high stuff, and then like chew on a part for everything else to fill in the space. That way people can have time to breathe.
Yeah, which is
um,
important, I guess.
but yeah, so 16 was always a good number.
Nice. And is there any more about acapella that you want to share right now?
Um, I've found a love and passion for arranging music. So that's
Okay.
like kind of what I do on the side is I do
Yeah.
missions. So if you're like, oh, I want this song to be done a cappella, like I'll arrange it for voices, which has been super fun. One that I did recently was Bills, Bills, Bills for a girls a cappella group, and so that was really
Nice.
fun. But I just do that on the side for fun, and like sometimes it's extra money. And oh, I'm also in a post-collegiate a cappella group called TunIX,
Okay.
and it's a group of 9 of us, so like IX Roman numeral for 9, and then TunIX is a mixture between Tucson and Phoenix because we're from Tucson and
Okay.
Phoenix, and we all
Yeah.
met in the Arizona acapella like scene. And so
Nice.
we record music. We just released our first one that was nominated for a CARA award. It's like the Contemporary Acapella Recording Award. So I got to go to Boston in April
Dang.
and like go to
That's
the
awesome.
award ceremony. And so I teach at like acapella festivals like around the country just like for fun. I just do that because I love it. And
Yeah.
I think acapella is just such a cool thing. It's just such a unique style of music, and the way that you're able to create with it with just voices. It's just really
Yeah.
cool. So I'm thankful to still have that involved in my life now because when I graduated college, I thought I wouldn't get to do that anymore. But then all these people from Arizona Acapella were like, well, we love it too, and we want to keep doing it. So why don't we just record some stuff? And we performed a couple times together, but it's kind of hard because like half of us are in Tucson. So
Yeah.
uh,
A little bit of a drive makes it a little hard.
yeah.
And also, I mean, I was trying to say everything that you do in music in one breath earlier, and now you're going to throw one other thing that you do. Like, we're not going to have enough time today to talk about all the things you do in music. So if you think of something else, just please keep it to yourself. I'm kidding. If there's something else, obviously, please share it. But I want to go back. So you said you started choir in second grade. So you're singing, you're understanding music. Me, on the other hand, I'm still trying to figure out how to tie my shoes. So you're in choir, and then I guess a few years later, you're like, you know what? I've already perfected this. Let's try the guitar. What made you choose guitar?
It was an elective at my middle school, which
Okay,
I actually this past year I got to be the guitar teacher at Sonoran Trails Middle School, and that's where I went
nice.
to middle school. So
That's
it
so
was a
cool.
full circle moment to be in the same classroom that I started guitar in, and to just get to teach it to others. So yeah, it was an elective, and so that's kind of why I picked it. But then also we did like a little crash course unit on it, like in elementary school, where you do it for like a month or so, and I just really liked it, so I wanted to continue with it. And
Yeah.
my elementary school teacher, she traveled between the elementary school and the middle school to like teach that class. Like she would just go teach it in the morning. And so
Okay.
obviously I wanted to take it because like she was there and I just loved her so much. And so that's what made me start that. And then I like went back and I learned like baritone ukulele just because it's very similar. And then I learned like soprano ukulele, and then I started learning piano just because I could read sheet music from choir. Um, so yeah.
All right. Well, the podcast is now yours. I mean, you do everything in music. You play every instrument. So like, I feel intimidated. So yeah, just have at it. You can do whatever you want with it now. Enjoy. So what I want to know is, at that time when you picked up a guitar, did you have any guitar influences at that point?
Oh my goodness. Um,
So that's
as a
middle school, you
little
said,
girl,
right?
I love Taylor Swift, of course. I mean,
Well, yeah, naturally.
she's not an incredible guitar player, but she gets by with her 4 chords she uses in all of her songs. But as a little girl, I had the Fearless album on CD, and I'd play it on my Hello Kitty CD player in my
Oh
room.
man.
So I would say her when I was little, even though like I know she's nothing like crazy crazy, but I mean my dad listened to a lot of rock music growing up, so I definitely was
Okay.
around that type of sound a lot. It was never something I like desired to play at that age,
Yeah.
just because I like to sing. Um, I'd always sign up for every little talent show, and I sang my silly originals that I would write at my school's talent show and have a friend do it with me or something. I remember
Nice.
one time I played one on baritone ukulele and that it was so bad. But
I'm sure it was great. What like bands was your dad listening to at that time?
Def Leppard. So I do really love Def
Okay.
Leppard.
I was gonna say,
That was a lot of what he listened to. Lots of Foreigner. Um, let's think of what else. Those were the top two, but then he also loves Van Halen, and that's Stefan, our guitar player, is like that's Stefan's
yeah,
biggest influence. He knows how to play. You could say any song and he can play it. Like he loves Van Halen, so that'd be another one. So he loves the music that we play because he knows it all. So
yeah. I was gonna say, it's like good thing your dad was influencing you back then because now you're playing those songs
yeah, because
with
I
your band.
heard them all the time, but I never thought I could sing them.
And then yeah, definitely like so I haven't spoke to Stefan, but watching him, I would say that yeah, Van Halen's probably like the biggest influence for him play because like yeah, he's good. He's got that style for sure.
Yeah.
And then what about vocal influences, especially back when you were elementary, middle school? Like,
Ooh. I grew up singing a lot of country music because Cave Creek is a
okay,
very small country town. And so, like, in middle and high school, I played at all the restaurants in the area, like, just me and my guitar. Like, a couple I played at, like, Harold's and Buffalo Chip, and, like, a couple other, there's, like, a little coffee shop called Janie's, a couple other places down there that wanted live music. And so I would say I had a lot of country influences as like a middle and high schooler just because that's what I was around all the time, just with where I grew up. And so like I definitely listened to a lot of Carrie Underwood and like Miranda Lambert and we actually do sing some of their stuff too, which is fun. I feel
cool.
like we're very like diverse in the genres that we play, which I love. Like it's mostly arena rock, but we still will dabble in pop and
Yeah,
country and so I love that we get to sing all of that. But I'd definitely say both of them. And I grew up listening to a lot of trying to think of like bands that I would listen to. I don't know. I wouldn't say there was anything that I didn't listen to. Like I just loved all music, but I did grow up around a lot of country, so I feel like
yeah.
as a like high schooler, I was singing a lot of country music.
So now where you're at, if you could join one band or group, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. That's so hard. Um, I would say Paramore.
Oh, great answer.
I
I mean,
love Paramore.
tell me why.
Like,
I think there's enough reason to say we can guess why you're saying that, but please tell me why that's your answer.
first of all, I think Hayley Williams is just a phenomenal vocalist, just insane. And I love watching like little videos of her in the studio and like experimenting with different stuff. And I just think that she's so talented. But I love their music. I think that they really do it all. They have so many different styles, I would say, within like one album. Usually, everything is just so
Yeah.
interesting. And as like a music nerd too, just musically interesting. Like, I mean, I'm thinking about that's what you get, and the time signature changes that the song like goes through, and
Yeah.
it's just so interesting to like a passive listening ear and like an intentional like listening ear, like
Yeah.
someone that knows music and someone that doesn't. And I love that's what we've always said that we want to do too as Miles Above, be interesting to like the intricate like music listening ear and then to like the passive listening ear, like somebody that doesn't
Yeah.
notice all those things. And so like you want to be like a little bit of both. And all of us have kind of said that Paramore was like not really like the exact type of sound, but like a similar like type of sound is what that we really like.
Yeah. I mean, what a great sound to chase. Do you guys have a Paramore song in your set?
We have a bunch at this next show,
Okay.
actually. We're doing Still Into You.
Nice.
We're doing Crush Crush Crush, and we're doing they're doing That's What You Get. Um, I think those are the three that we're doing. Our set list is we have 2 hours, so it's longer than normal, which is
Wow.
cool.
Yeah. What a great set time.
We're doing We're doing some Mammoth, Van Halen, Def Leppard, Pat Benatar, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Miranda Lambert. We're gonna do Life is a Highway, Rascal Flatts, Paramore, Foo Fighters, Rush, The Cars, James Brown, Amy Winehouse, Teddy Swims. We're gonna do "You Belong with Me," Taylor Swift, just to throw one familiar little song in there. The Killers, and
Yeah,
then an original, and then we always end with Panama. That's like our always like encore song that
yeah,
we do. So
that's awesome. And you said that you guys are introducing. Well, you already have introduced it, but at that set you're playing your original, right?
yeah, we're playing Victory.
Nice. And then to go back to Paramore, for you personally, not for the band, but for you personally, what are some of your favorite Paramore songs, and what's your favorite Paramore record?
So difficult. I do really love "That's What You Get."
Okay.
I don't know if it would officially be my favorite, but it's definitely up there. I like them all for different reasons. I would say that Riot is probably like my favorite album. Um, but I don't know, I love them all. We've also played Misery Business before. I like singing that one a lot. Um,
Great song.
I love All I Wanted. And then I love how they can just do both. Um, like I love songs like The Only Exception too, like To Bring It Down. And
Yeah.
we haven't played Decode yet, but we've played it at rehearsal just for fun. And we really
Okay.
like that one too. And so we definitely want to do that one soon, but um we want to like really work on those harmonies and because there's so many in there. So
Yeah. Well, I was already excited, but now I'm more excited to see you guys, which,
should be a good one.
yeah, the episode's going to come out after your show, unfortunately, but we will definitely share the tour flyers so people can see that you guys are playing and hopefully come out and support you guys.
Yeah.
To move forward, I'm going to talk about my favorite thing next for you, and that's baseball. Like, I love baseball. You're playing, or you're performing, not playing, sorry, you're performing the national anthem at the Diamondback versus Dodgers. So you're playing, or performing, I'm going to keep messing up, in front of my favorite team, and I'm going to be there. So I'm really excited for this. So please tell me how
No
this came to be.
pressure.
No pressure at all.
um I'm really excited to be singing the national anthem. Like, what a cool opportunity. I sang at 3 of the spring training games at the Goodyear ballpark
Yeah,
this past like March, and so that's how I got this opportunity. Somebody that was there was also an intern for the Diamondbacks, and so they were like, "Oh, like
cool.
you should totally sing." Like they're like, "Just send me a video like from this game so that I can like show it
Yeah,
to like our people." And so they sent me a big list of dates to choose from. I told them when I was available, and then they asked me to do June 2nd, and then they might have me do another one just based on if they can't like get other like spots filled. Just because I gave them like my availability. So
yeah,
we'll see if I get to do another one. But I'm really excited to do the June 2nd one. I think
yeah.
I'm singing at like 6:40 or something like that. So
I'm so excited and happy for
me
you. That's
too.
so awesome.
I'm scared
And
though. That's crazy, but
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to focus on that, and I don't want to ask like the stupid reporter questions, like, "Are you nervous?" Well, yeah, this is a huge thing for you, but you're gonna do
always
great. You're
get
gonna kill it,
nervous.
and I'm excited for you. What was I gonna say? So, I mean, let me put you on the spot real quick. You're from Arizona, so who's your favorite player on the Diamondbacks?
We're so honest. I don't know any of them. I don't know
that's
any of them.
that's totally fine. When they announce you, like, have they asked you for like what they're gonna say about you?
No, they
Like, hey, this is
haven't.
Jackie. She's in. Like, are they gonna say miles above? Like, are they gonna say
I don't
that you're a school
know.
teacher in the area? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I feel like I want to say Maz above to plug the band, but
Yeah,
I
that's what
don't
I was asking. That'd
know.
be so cool if they would say that for you guys.
Yeah.
And then if you can ask them to say she's featured in an upcoming episode on Friends and Music podcast, I would really appreciate that.
Duh.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm glad that I'm going to be able to be there. So thank you for letting me talk about baseball for a second. Thanks for letting me know your favorite player. And are you staying for the game? Are you not that much
Yeah.
of a baseball? Okay, good.
I get a couple like free tickets, so my parents are gonna come. and
Cool.
watch, and then I'll probably stay with them. So
Well, I'll be on the second deck, second tier. So if you want to come say hi, that's where I'll be.
sounds
Um,
good, definitely.
so you've brought it up. We talked briefly about one. I didn't realize that you taught at the same school you went to. That's so cool. So tell us about your teaching roles, opportunities, and what you have done and what you're coming to do, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously I studied music education, so I had to do practicum and be in classrooms just to learn how to do that. But I started teaching privately in 2022. So I teach private lessons for piano, voice, guitar, ukulele, and trumpet. Um, so I've been doing that since August of 2022, and I have about 32 students. Some of them do like every other week. Some of them only do it when they have an audition or something like that. But I do have like about 32 kids, and I do in-home lessons, so I travel to them. And
Nice.
so that's like one of my side gigs, and I love it so much because those are my kids that are like super duper passionate about it. And so I love doing that. Super thankful to get to be a part of those kids' music journeys. So I do that, and then I've been working for Desert Foothills Theater since June of 2023 as their music director. So I'm their music teacher for all their summer camps, which are like a small introduction to musical theater, just to kind of get more kids comfortable about maybe being in a show. It's like a little mini performance that they do on a Friday. So like they're all themed. So I'm super excited to do that this summer. Like a couple that we're doing are like Descendants. We're doing a K-pop Demon Hunters one. We're doing The Little Mermaid. We're doing Six, the musical. We're doing, oh my goodness, I can't even. Oh, we're doing Matilda. Can't think of the other ones, but that's what I got. And so they'll learn like 3 songs, 3 dances, 3 scenes, and then they do it on
Nice.
Friday for like the parents. So it's like a mini introduction to musical theater. So,
Yeah.
and then we have our fall musical that we do at Desert Falls Theater. Um, which this year we're doing Madagascar the musical, and then
That's
we're doing
awesome.
Trolls the musical, which will be super cute. And so I music direct all those. So like some of the ones I've done
Cool.
in the past, like I did Nemo, I did Junie B. Jones, we did Shrek. Um, there was like one called the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. It's like about kids in a spelling bee. I did 13 the musical, Willy Wonka. So that's super duper fun. And that's all ages. Like I've done the kids shows, and then I've also done the teen shows, which is super fun. So that definitely gave me a lot of teaching experience doing that. Like they definitely believed
Yeah.
in me when I was kind of at the beginning of my teaching journey, because I'd only been teaching privately since August of 2022, and they reached out to me in like May of 23, and so I definitely like have a ton of experience, and so they definitely believed in me, and I am just so thankful. I love working for them. It's my favorite job that I have, honestly. Musical
That's
theater is just so
awesome.
much fun and really breaks those kids out of their shell. So I do that, and then this year was my first year teaching in a school setting. Um, and so I taught at Sonoran Trails Middle School teaching guitar for 6th through 8th grade, and my classes were about 37, so lots of kids with a guitar in their
Dang.
hands.
That's crazy.
Super fun, love it. And then in the fall, I'm going to be teaching at Horseshoe Trails Elementary School, which is where I did my student teaching.
Nice.
The music teacher is retiring, and I love her to pieces. She is like going to leave me her whole classroom, which I'm so thankful for. And she's just been a big influence on me. She's just so cool, honestly. She works so hard, and she just fosters a love for music in the hearts of all these kids. And she has like preschool and kindergarten choir, and then she has like first and second grade choir, and then like a third through fifth grade choir. And
Okay.
then she also has like a xylophone group, which the
Wow.
xylophone group is like the accompaniment for the choir of a couple songs at every show, like, which is really cool. And then I want to start like a guitar club, just because I'm gonna miss teaching guitar a lot.
Yeah.
So I really want to do that. Or like she also has ukulele, so for the youngers that can't might not be able to hold a guitar just yet, I might do like a ukulele club for them.
Cool.
And so I'll
Yeah.
get to inherit all those programs, which I'm super excited about. And my mom teaches at that school, so she's the
Nice.
kindergarten
That's
teacher there.
awesome.
So I get to teach
That's
with my
cool.
mom.
That's so
But
cool.
yeah, I'm super excited. I love middle school, and I also love teaching high school too. But I just heart is really with the little ones because that's like where my music journey started, and I'm thankful to still get to do middle and high school stuff like through my private lessons and through the theater because I still get to work with those older kids. But like most of my time will be with elementary, so I'm excited.
That's so cool. And when you were saying like all the like shows that you guys are doing musical theater, you said K-pop Demon Hunter, and then you said The Descendants, and I'm like, you guys are doing Descendant songs? Like I'm thinking the band at first. I was like, that doesn't seem right for elementary school kids. But oh yeah, there's a show for kids
The
called The
movie,
Descendants,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's not
That's
where
so
my head goes
funny.
first. I was like, whoa, they're gonna do
Not to
Milo
be
Goes to College or
confused. That's
something? Yeah. But maybe Miles Above can do a Descendants cover. That would be fun.
this is true.
I would like that. All right. So,
hmm
yeah, if people haven't realized yet, like when I said you do so much in music, like you just said more than what I realized. And we still haven't even talked about all the things that you currently, like not even that you have done, that you still currently do in music. Um, how do you find time to do all these things?
I've always said that if you love something and you're passionate about something, like you'll find time to do it. And so that's like something that I really live by and like how I'm able to do all of these things. And the theater is also very flexible with my schedule, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Just because working at the school, it's hard to get there sometimes right away. Like we do after school theater programs, and like my school gets out at 2:30, and I'm supposed to be there at 3, but it's like 20 minutes away. You know what I mean? So it's they
Yeah.
are very flexible with me, which I'm super thankful for because they know that I'm a school teacher. And so I'm very thankful for that. And then with my students, I also have parents that are very kind and very flexible. Like when I need to reschedule or do a different day that week, just if we like when it's tech week sometimes for theater, like we have rehearsals that go a lot later, and so sometimes I have to move a lesson. So I'm thankful to have
Yeah.
families that are very flexible as well. Um, and with the school, I mean the schedule's the same, so I just kind of schedule around that. And I usually leave myself at least one day off because I like to see my friends. I like to get rest and
Yeah.
catch up on things.
Yeah.
And um, yeah, so I think that when you're passionate about something, like you can figure it out. But I do put everything in my calendar. Like I have to.
Well, yeah, to keep
So
all
I
that
put
straight,
everything in
holy
there.
cow. Sounds like you need a personal assistant to be able to keep all that straight.
Real.
Or multiple personal assistants, an assistant for the assistant to help keep track of all that stuff. And so one of the things that we haven't talked about yet, I mean, you've mentioned church and stuff, but you're heavily involved in church worship and all that thing. So like one, what do you do at church and how are you involved in music in that way?
Yeah, so I'm a worship leader at Illuminate Community Church, which I'm super thankful for. I've been going to Illuminate since like August of 2025, and then I just joined their worship team in February of this year. So I
Okay.
haven't been doing it for super long, but I started by doing their kids worship. So for their kids ministry services, I would go in and play 2 songs on guitar. Um, and encourage them to sing and lift their hands. And that was for, I think it's like preschool through 3rd grade is what I was doing. And I still do that, but that was what I was doing starting in like September of 2025 until right now. And then I joined like the main worship team in February of this year. And so I sing either every other week. Sometimes I do 2 weeks in a row. So we have rehearsals on Wednesday nights, and then we have 3 services on Sundays at 8 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and then 11 a.m. And they're all about an hour long, starting with like 15 minutes of worship. So we do like 3 songs in the beginning and 1 song at the end. Um, and so when I first started, I just started with doing BGVs, like just doing harmony type stuff. And then I led for the first time in April. And then these next like couple times that I'm scheduled, like I'm leading a song every time. So I'm really excited about that. And I just love it. I love it so much. Everybody there is so kind. And I just have so much fun doing it. I love getting to express my like love for the Lord through music. I think that's just such a unique experience that I get to be a part of. And so my friends and I also just love to play worship music. We're playing at a retirement home in a couple weeks, which I think will be just super duper fun. My a cappella group used to do that in college as well, and they are just so sweet, and I just love getting to bring joy through music. I think that
Yeah.
music is just such a special thing, and so we're doing that. And then I used to do a local outreach worship team, so we used to perform at like homeless shelters. And
Cool.
so I love getting to use like the gift that God gave me to like bring joy to others. And so I'm just super thankful to get to be a part of worship and have lots of friends that also like to do worship. And we'll do little worship nights at some of our friends' houses and just play whatever. Like sometimes we'll just play the same progression and just see what songs we can like mash up. And sometimes that'll
Cool.
go for like an hour. Like so
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really awesome. And I mean, so when we talked about Paramore earlier, that's what I was trying to like wait to get to. I mean, you're kind of like a little mini Haley Williams. Like you got similar, started really young, you performed really young, you got the Christian influence, like you're in this band. So like, I mean, is that intentional? Are you trying to be like Haley Williams?
No, I didn't even see when I first auditioned for Miles Above, I didn't know a lot about her. Um,
Okay,
and Stefan and Sam were like, "You remind me of Haley Williams. Like your voice, like kind of like reminds me of it in ways." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "There's no way." So, but then I like looked her up, and so I found out all that like stuff about her, like after like looking her up a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." Like I didn't know that about her.
well, that's really cool that it's unintentional. Like, and of course, like you're your own person, so I'm not trying to take away from that at all. It's just that we talked about her, right? And so I saw the connections, like the similarities. Have you had the chance to see Haley Williams perform in any live capacity?
I saw so when I went to the Eras tour for Taylor Swift and I went to the night
Okay,
that Paramore opened. So yeah,
yeah.
just that time. So not them in concert, but I did get to see her open.
What an what an expensive way to see the opening band. Holy cow! But I mean,
Hey,
I would
actually
have
it was
probably
only
done
like
it to see
200
her.
bucks where I was.
Only, yeah. I mean,
It wasn't that bad. No,
which
I
is
thought it was
like,
worth it because it was a long concert too. Like
yeah. I think that's like the most I've ever spent for a concert, and so like that's the cheapest version of a Taylor Swift show. Which, yeah, for her that is pretty cheap, right? But
yeah.
where was that? Where'd you see that one? Was that here in Arizona?
Yeah, that was oh gosh, where was that? I forget all the names of the venues because they've changed all the names of them. So
Yeah.
I don't remember. I went like
Well,
night two because she was here 2 nights.
was that at
Um,
State Farm where the football team
yeah,
plays?
yeah, yeah. I think that's where it was.
Yeah, you seem like a really big sports fan, huh?
For
I
sure,
can tell
for
you don't
sure.
have time for sports when you're doing all these musical things.
And I'm just a runner. I did track growing up, and I like to hike and stuff. But other than that, I don't really watch sports or anything.
So, Forrest Gump, is that a running influence for you?
Was that?
I said Forrest Gump, is he a running influence for you?
For sure.
And what are you running from? Is it from your past, your demons? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Don't
probably my
answer
past, you know.
that. uh, so you mentioned, giving private lessons. You said you drive to that. So like, so if people don't know, let's take a step back, right? We're in Arizona. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work with like a lot of the local artists right now and people that are involved in the music scene. I love Arizona. I moved away from it, and like once I moved away, I was like, I want to go back to Arizona. So one for me, I'm happy to be here and happy that you took the time to do this with me and that like I am getting more involved in the local scene. But if people don't know, if they've never been here, we're in Maricopa County, which is home of Phoenix and all the surrounding areas, right? And so it's a huge county. And in that county, there's about 5 million people. And so it's massive. So I say all that to get a little picture of like how far do you drive? Do you go down to Mesa? Do you go to Chandler and Gilbert? Do you go out to Glendale?
Yeah, so a lot of my students come from the district that I work in.
Cool.
So I'm really thankful that a lot of them are really close to each other. So most of
Yeah.
the time I'm in Cave Creek because that's where I'm
Okay.
from
Yeah,
too, and my
perfect.
parents still live over there, which is nice. So if I ever have like a weird gap between lessons, sometimes I'll just stop by and say hi.
Nice. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
it's nice. So a lot of my students are in Cave Creek, and I do have like some that are in more Phoenix area, but I do charge a travel fee if it's further, or if I
Yeah.
don't already have another
As,
student over there.
as you
Because
should.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
nice to schedule them next to each other, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So mostly just Phoenix, Cave Creek, like Paradise Valley area, Scottsdale. I haven't done like Mesa, Chandler, like anything like that. So I try and keep
Okay.
like
Yeah.
only like 20 minutes for me usually. Is like
And that's completely fair. I was just curious
hmm
because yeah, it can get out of hand here. Like it's such a
yeah.
massive area.
And me, I don't know how to say no either, so I'm like
Uh-oh, you're one of those people, huh?
uh,
Is that why you're doing this with me? You just didn't know how to say no? You didn't actually want to
no,
do this. You just
no,
can't.
no, I'm so excited for this. No, not true.
Well, let's just wrap this up. I feel, man, this is awful. So, to make a normal transition, and I have no idea how to transition to this next thing, so please help me out and save me. But the next thing I want to talk about is you being a party princess.
Yes. So, from when I was 18 until like I was 21, I'm 23 now. So I
Okay.
was working for a company called Enchanted Entertainment. And if she asked me, I still will do parties here and there because there are families sometimes that'll be like, "Oh, we want the same Elsa that we had last year." And so she'll be like,
Okay.
"Jackie, will you
Yeah.
do this one party?" Like, because it's
Yeah.
on weekends and like especially with being in a band, like I don't really have time to like do that anymore because it's like Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. Like that's
Yeah.
when birthday parties are. So I just don't have
Yep.
time to do that anymore,
Yeah.
especially with working throughout the week. But anyway, I work for Enchanted Entertainment. It's a wonderful company based in Gilbert. Like if
Nice.
anyone ever needs a character, princess or superhero, whatever it is, she has a lot
Yeah.
of different characters. Like they are just phenomenal and so much fun. So I was very good friends with Elsa, Belle, Ariel, Aurora. I did Cinderella. Let me think what else. I did Wonder Woman. Um, oh my goodness. Oh, we had like a unicorn princess. I don't know.
That's
But,
awesome.
kids love unicorns.
Yeah.
But my mains were Aria, Elsa, and Belle. Like those were the ones I did like all the time. Oh, I also did the Evil Queen one time. And I did Cruella, actually, really
Whoa,
weird, but
nice.
was like green makeup, but it was really fun. So we did events a lot of times, like fall festivals, like Christmas like events. So we would come in, and so I had to learn how to balloon twist. So I do know how to do that. So if anyone ever asks me what my party trick is, I would say, well,
Yeah.
I can make balloon animals. So I can do that. We did face painting, like for girls' birthday parties, we did like makeup and nails and stuff like that. And so it was just really fun to get to be a little actress, and I also got to sing at the parties too. Like that
That's
was always an
awesome.
extra $10. We would charge $10 to sing, so
What a deal though.
it'll be
$10, that's it?
I know, so fun. So lots of Let It Go, because when you're Elsa, it's like, what song do you want? Into the Unknown or Let It Go? Let It Go every time.
Naturally.
But yeah, it was super duper fun, and you do like solo parties. Sometimes you do it in groups, like lots of Anna Elsa. Like there was like this girl, Kelsey, love her to pieces. That her and I were just like a good match for sisters. Like we kind of looked alike, and like we just had good like chemistry. So her and I were usually paired together when there was
Yeah.
like Anna Elsa stuff. Um, so yeah, it was a blast, and I miss it a lot. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I should do that again, but I'm like, I don't have time to do that. I
Yeah.
just don't. But it was fun, and just getting to create magic in these little kids' lives, and they're so
Yeah.
cute.
I bet that's so cool. So, did you say who your favorite one to be was?
I think that
Character?
I like Elsa because it was just so like easy. Like I just did Elsa the most, so it was just default. Like I didn't have to think about what I was saying
Okay.
because it was so
Yeah.
easy. And then I liked Ariel too, but I didn't really love wearing the shells, because kids are like, they're like, oh, like Ariel, can I like touch your shells? And you're like, what? Like, what? Like, what? Oh, we did swimming mermaids too. So like,
That's
we did.
they
So
asked
that
to
was
touch it.
another
That's so
thing.
awkward.
You'd have to like swim. So we'd have to practice swimming, like
Yeah,
in her
that's
pool, because
interesting. Yeah.
it's heavy. So it was like we had to like
Yeah.
practice. So. But yeah, I'd say Elsa and then Ariel, and then I like Belle too, but I just hated wearing the dress because it's like ginormous. So it was just hard to
Yeah.
like get in a car. And I was always stressed about like, I don't know, like ruffling it or like getting paint on it. Like it was stressful.
All right. Well, I need to know something about you. Are you okay if I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
How are you with dares and challenges?
Airs and challenges. I'm
Yeah.
like an adrenaline junkie, so
Okay.
I like all stuff like that.
So if I dare you to do something right now, will you take that dare?
It depends what it is.
I just want you have to say yes or no. You have to go into this
Oh
just
no.
come on. You said you're
It
an adrenaline
depends what it
junkie. Come
is. I
on.
don't know.
All right, here's the challenge I have for you. June 6th, next time you're playing Chupacabra, bring up a balloon and tie an animal while you're singing and give it to somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that would be so funny, actually.
But I'm gonna because you're playing for 2 hours, so that's a long set. So I want to
Wait,
make sure you
we're
do it when
singing
I'm there.
Celebration. Like,
Perfect. So I'm gonna know once you play Celebration, I'm gonna start recording, and you have to. Are you like you gonna? Do you have a pump? Like you gonna pump it
I
up like while you're
do,
singing, and
yeah.
then do the whole process?
Maybe I'll
So
pump it up before. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's yeah, and
just
that's
have the
fine too.
noodle
If you
ready, because otherwise I might drop.
yeah
Like, this
yeah
that
exactly,
might be
it's kind of a
hard.
lot to do, but it would be
Yeah,
funny to watch if you're trying to like fumble like do that while
so
you're trying to
funny.
sing.
Oh my goodness,
So it sounds like you're
that's
taking
so
it right.
funny. Yeah,
Challenge
I'll do it.
accepted.
I'll do
All
it.
right,
What should I
cool.
make?
I mean, whatever. Like
Dog, a giraffe.
not a sword. Yeah, a dog would be cool. Giraffe would be cool. Penguin would be amazing. Yeah. What's in your category? Like, what can you do?
So we would make like little bracelet stuff. Sometimes we would make like turtles, ladybugs, snowflakes. Like I know how to make a reindeer because I was Elsa, so like I'd make those a lot. Cause like Sven.
Yeah.
And then I can do giraffes, elephants, dogs, swords, like wands. We did mermaids, but those are hard because they're like three different
Yeah.
balloons.
That sounds like a lot.
Um, yeah, basically like any animal, I could probably figure it out and make it look like it.
I think elephant would be cool. I mean, giraffe would be cool, but I don't think I've ever seen an elephant balloon animal.
Yeah, it's just like big ears. It's like pretty
Yeah.
much the same way you would make a dog, but you just make a long trunk and big ears. And
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the one. If you're open to it, I say elephant during celebrate.
I made a dog a couple weeks ago because one of my like kids that was in our theater show brought in balloons, was like, "Oh, I can balloon twist," and I was like, "Oh, me too." And she was like, "What? No, I don't believe you. Make one." So I like she gave me one. I like made a dog. She was like, "How do you do that?" I was like, "It's funny."
That's so awesome. You got a lot of talents. And now I'm really excited for Chupacabra. Wait, well,
It's
hold
so
on. Missed
funny.
opportunity. You got to make a Chupacabra.
Oh my gosh,
Obviously,
I
that's what
don't
you have
even
to
know how
make.
I would do that.
I think
I'll
just a
look it
dog,
up.
right?
I'll figure it out. That's so funny. That's perfect for that song too, honestly. Because I remember looking at the set list and going, Stefan, why are we singing Celebration? And he's like, it's
Yeah.
funny. Like everybody knows it. Like celebrate good times, and I'm like, why are we singing that? Like, but it'll be good, and that's perfect.
And
You know,
now
maybe it's
it's
someone's
up to you.
birthday. I'll be like, is it
Yeah.
anyone's birthday? Because I'm gonna make you a balloon animal.
It's a good question to just say, like, not say why. I wouldn't say why. Just like anybody's birthday, and they like raise their hand, like you make a balloon animal, and then point to them, like this is for you. Also, I
That's
mean,
so
so this
funny.
this isn't going to come out till after that. So it's up to you. Like, are you going to tell your band members? Because if you don't, like, I think that'd be really funny if you don't tell them and you just start making this balloon animal while you're singing.
That'd be so. Maybe I shouldn't tell them.
I think
Maybe
it'd be funny because, like, if
they
I was
might
playing
think that's
drums and I could see
funny.
you, I'd be like, "What is she doing up there? Why is she moving
I
so
got
much?"
jokes. I've been getting better at making jokes on stage.
I got jokes. That's your episode title. I got jokes with Jackie. So we've covered a lot of things. Music wise, have I missed anything?
I don't think
I
so.
I crossed off everything on my list, music wise at least.
Yeah, I don't think
I mean, which
so.
I'm. This is not like there should be more. Like this is insane the
Yeah,
amount of things that you do that you're involved in music. I mean, and in just your life, seriously, like how you find so much time to do all these things, that's incredible. And you seem like a happy person, so it seems like you're figuring life out and you're doing a good job. So I'm really happy for you there.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. Now to put you on the spot, because we've talked so much about music. Obviously, we have to talk more about music, but now we're going to go a different approach. From the list of questions that I provided you before we did this, is there anything that you specifically want to make sure we get to today? Because if not,
Um,
I'm about to put you on the spot. So I'm giving you a chance to say, hey, this is what I actually want to talk about. And if you want to talk about Paramore some more, I'm down.
I don't know.
Okay, let's start with this. Currently, what is your favorite band?
I've been listening to a lot of Paramore, I won't lie.
Okay, see,
I listen to so much Paramore. I do really like Def Leppard though too.
cool.
Um, I like implementing more songs into our set. Like we want to do Foolin' soon, which will be fun. I like
Cool.
singing that one. But yeah, I listen to a lot of worship music. I love
Yeah.
worship music. Like there's just so cool. Um, yeah, I'd say Paramore, Def Leppard, and then worship music.
Well, again, I'm jealous that you got to see Paramore. That's still on my bucket list of bands to see. Like, haven't had that opportunity yet, or spent a lot of money to see them open for Taylor Swift. Which, when that tour was going on, I was living in Washington, so that tour didn't even come near me at all. But plus, like
Yeah,
hearing how much people were spending for that, like that's
so
insane.
much.
Um, so I mean, like I was saying, like I'll talk Paramore, and like definitely will. But I'm gonna say, outside of Paramore, who's been your favorite band or artist to see that you've had the opportunity to see live?
Ooh, um, I love concerts. I go to a lot of concerts. Like anytime I can find a cheap ticket, like I will just go, even if I like don't know them super well. That is so hard. There's this girl, and her name is Leanna Firestone, and she
Okay,
performed at the Rebel Lounge, um,
nice.
like a couple of years ago, maybe only a year ago. Smaller artist, but I just thought she was incredible. Like she was so good. Her stage presence is like amazing, but her lyrics are just so awesome because I'm a lyric person. So like if a
Okay,
song doesn't have like great lyrics, like I'm not like always the biggest fan of it. Um, she's really great at writing really catchy melodies that also have impactful lyrics, which I love music like that. So I just thought she was a really great um performer. And then there's this group called Laney, and it's like three guys that perform together, and I thought they were
yeah,
incredible too. At the end of
cool,
the show, it like started raining, and they just like kept going, and it was like an outdoor
nice.
like
Yeah,
stage.
that's
They just like
fun.
kept going, and because they were almost done anyway.
Yeah,
So like they were super great. Um, well, when I was younger, like middle school, like in early high school, I loved Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy. So I went to like
nice.
3 Panic at the Disco concerts and like 2 Fall Out Boy concerts. So, um, Brendan Ear is such a phenomenal like vocalist, and they were just always fun to watch. And I had a best friend in high school and middle school that we would go to all those concerts. So they were always
So
awesome too.
have you seen Panic or Fall Out Boy?
Huh?
Have you seen Panic or Fall Out Boy?
Yeah, I saw Fall Out Boy twice, and then I saw Panic at the Disco like 3 times. It was so
Whoa,
good.
whoa, calm down. 3 times. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Back then, I was like obsessed with them. I'm trying to think of like what other concerts I've been to. I've been to so many, but a lot of time it's like smaller artists. Like a lot of my friends perform too at like Rebel, and so I always will go
Yeah,
see them. Like
cool.
my friend Marianne and my friend Celine, they're like incredible, and they perform there quite a bit. So
Well, it's really nice of you to support, and I think that's what's really important about being a musician is supporting other musicians. Um,
absolutely.
when you grew up here in Arizona, like it sounds like you stayed busy, one just doing your own thing, but uh, did you get to go to concerts growing up? I mean, is that when you saw Fall Out Boy and Panic, and like what is the Arizona music scene like to you?
I did. Yeah, I did go to a lot of concerts growing up. Um, my parents have always been super supportive of like my musical interest, and so they would always take me and my friends to whatever I wanted to go to. My first concert was Taylor Swift, actually, Red Tour as a
Nice,
child, so that
that's
was like my
cool.
Christmas gift, which like so thankful, so cool. And my mom's a big music person too. Like she doesn't like do music, but she just loves music. And so she loves concerts, so that's also where I got it from. So she likes to go to like I don't know if you've ever been to like the Musical Instrument Museum, but they have like
I
concerts
have,
there
yeah.
all the
Uh huh.
time of like she likes blues and jazz and stuff like that. So I'd say I also have that influence in me because of her. So I would always go to those with her, and I love going to like the smaller little bars or like venues just to see like those smaller artists because it's just so
Yeah,
cool. Like there's so many like insanely talented people just hiding like at these
definitely.
little
Yeah,
places. And yeah, so music scene like I love going, downtown Phoenix. They always have some type of music. Like
yeah,
same with like downtown Mesa, like where we just played. That was cool to like get to see all the people, different people playing at different restaurants and um
yeah,
yeah, I went to see a lot of concerts at the auction pavilion. It used to be called something else. Or wait, no, that's it's called Talking Stick now, I think.
yeah, yeah.
But,
That's what it used to be called. Yeah.
oh, Hosier. I love Hosier.
Okay, there
Oh,
we go. There's another one. You saw them there.
that's the best concert I've seen actually. I changed my mind.
Nice.
So good.
Have not seen them. But was that at
So
auction?
good. What?
Was that at auction? You saw Hosier there?
Yeah, uh-huh. It was at the outdoor. I like going there to see all the little like to be on the lawn and on like the picnic blanket, like because those tickets are always cheap. I also saw
Yeah.
Cage the Elephant there, and they were really good.
Nice.
Young the Giant was opening for them, which was cool because they're both so good. So those were both really good too.
And do you already have tickets for any concerts coming up
No, I
anytime
don't
soon?
actually. I was just talking to my friend
Whoa.
about that yesterday. I'm like, I need to buy some tickets for something.
Well, I mean, we got to fix that because there's a lot of great
No.
shows coming up.
Mhm.
So, next thing I need to ask you, which is what I ask everybody, and that's definitions of genres. Now, uh, how influential is punk in your life?
Honestly, not at all.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do you listen to any punk music at all?
Just whatever I learned from Miles Above, honestly, like if there is
Okay.
anything.
Which is
I,
totally fine. And this is great
I,
because hearing what your definition is going to be awesome because it's something that's like I want to say maybe foreign to you, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
how would you explain punk to somebody that doesn't know what punk is?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
Like is it
Um,
bands that you think of or like a specific type of person?
well, I just think of like super like high energy like rock
Okay.
music, but that takes like more I don't want to say like takes more risks, but like as more like rebellious in a way. Like I don't know how to explain it. That's kind of how I see it though. It's like always
No,
super high
that's awesome.
energy and like it's more of like a I don't want to say raw type feel, but like in a way it's just more like experimental, like do it yourself type of
Yeah.
style, I guess.
Well, you said high energy, rebellious. I think there's something else you said, but I really like those answers. Like that's great. And then the next one I ask is emo because a lot of times
Ooh,
those bleed or people have such strong opinions on it. So what about emo? What's your definition of emo?
shoot. I feel like with emo there's so many like subgenres that it's hard
Yeah.
to define it just because like so many people see it so differently. Like even I used to. I feel like emo or like what I like think of it like since there's so many subgenres, like it's more of like a I don't want to say a look, but a lot of the time it's like just a distinct type like trend and look to it more than the musical. I don't know.
So it's more of a look.
I
That's fine.
don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I've never like really
Would you
thought
say
about
any of the
that
bands that
before.
you listen to or have named so far are emo bands?
I don't think so.
Okay. And
I
then the
don't
last one,
know.
I'm coming back to that, just so you know. The last one is screamo. Now, if you know
Screamo.
if you know screamo music, I'm going to be really
I don't.
surprised. Yeah. Do you have a definition of that at all, or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I added that one recently just because so many of my friends, like, they'll get into heated topics about what that is and like what it means to them or whatever. And I think a lot of people generally will say screamo is anything that has a scream in it, right? Whereas
Mm,
a lot of people will say, well, no, it's like driven by screams. And so it's just funny
yeah.
because people are like, oh, that's scary monster music because there was one scream, and it's like, well, it's definitely not screamo. Like they just did it one time. So if you want another challenge, put a scream in one of your songs. That would be fun.
Our our old bass player Jesse was always like, I want to hear your like just like scream your it was just like you got to do it. I'm like, no. Yeah, I think I have a better like definition for emo though. Like I'd say like I feel like with a
Okay.
lot of those songs it's like punk rock, but it has more of an emphasis on lyrics than um punk does. Like it's more rebellious and like catchy, whereas I feel like emo a lot of time has deeper lyrics, but it's still like that
Yeah.
punk rock feel.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
I like that. Now, you brought up two bands that I want to talk about: Panic at the
Mhm.
Disco and Fall Out Boy. That's what I said I'm going to come back to. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Panic at the Disco is not for me. I don't like it. It's hard for me to get
Yeah.
into. I don't understand why it's so popular, but like it's not for me. That's fine. Like there's a lot of music that I listen to that people are just like, dude, like that's not for me either. And I'm like, that's fine. Like
Yeah.
I get it. But Fall Out Boy, like there's times where like I've liked Fall Out Boy more than whatever. And it's funny because like when people talk about Fall Out Boy, I'm like, yeah, like I like old Fall Out Boy, which I think they leaned into that and like made a shirt like I miss the old Fall Out Boy. Um, but
Yeah.
what is
Mhm.
it about Fall Out Boy that you like?
I don't listen to it as much today as I did like in middle and high school.
Okay.
So I'd say like I'm not familiar with their new stuff.
Okay.
Um, um, like I haven't
That's
listened to them so much like since like the album that Centuries was on, which I'm not
yeah.
remembering what it's called, but that album, I think like what was drawing to me like with them was the picture that is painted through their lyrics in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, like I like again, I am a really big lyric person,
Yeah.
and um, I think that was what was interesting for me. And then I just thought they were really great too. It was one of the first concerts I went to, and it was just high energy and fun and engaging. They had like super like catchy type songs, but then they also had
Yeah.
some that were like more experimental, and I just feel like no I got the disco, a lot of their songs are like very similar and the same. I feel
Yeah.
like whereas like I didn't feel that way with Fall Out Boy. Like I feel like every song was like a different experience in a way. And I actually arranged Centuries like recently for a cappella,
Oh, that's cool.
and made it like more creepy. I'll have to find it, but
Okay. Yeah.
it's fun.
I look forward to hearing that. You've brought it up a couple times now where you talk about like you being a lyric person, which totally makes sense. And you can say, hey, I'm wrong, but I'm going to go on a little rant here. It
Mhm.
seems like, what you look for in music is what you contribute to it. And so like
Mm.
you've played guitar, but you're more of a lyricist. So like, yeah, you listen to lyrics. Whereas like for me, like having lyrics in a song is very important because I feel like it completes the song. So like I don't like just straight up instrumental music. But for me, like
Either.
it's not what's being said so much as like how it's being said. So
Mm.
I've talked about this before where like I get in trouble because like sometimes I'm not paying attention to what's being said in the song. I just like how so like basically the emotion that is coming across through the music. And so that's what I really listen for in music. But yeah, me being a drummer, like I more listen to, what's the drum beat? Is it actually a drummer playing it or is it a program beat? Like and so stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
interesting to get your perspective of what you listen to and how you listen to it. So am I wrong? Do you need to correct me at all?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I also don't enjoy instrumental music either. Like it's just um yeah, because I would say it depends on the artist because there's certain artists where like they're known more for their lyrics. Like to give like an
Yeah,
example, I would say somebody like Lizzie McAlpine or like more like indie type artists like a lot of times are
definitely.
known for their lyrics, and so you're listening for them naturally because
Yeah.
they're known to be impactful. Um and so Yeah, so I'm definitely guilty of like, not listening to the lyrics as much and just more passively listening to the way that they're sung or said.
Yeah.
Um, but I've always wanted to write music that has like a purpose and like no
Yeah.
matter like how people interpret it, like everybody could interpret it differently, but I know
Yeah.
like what the reason behind it was.
Yeah.
So,
One thing that I'm learning about indie music right now is I don't know how she'd classify it, but my girlfriend, she listens to what I would consider more indie, right? Or
mhm,
alternative poppy kind of mixed stuff.
yeah,
And so we started doing this thing a little while ago where we send each other a song every day, which makes it fun because it's
so
totally
fun.
achievable, right? Just one song. We talk about it, why we like it, or why we sent it to the other person. And so she sent a lot more indie music, so stuff that I've never really listened to or explored. So, like I said, one song that's really easy to. But I've noticed that, like what you're saying about more lyrics, like they just put more lyrics in their
Yeah,
songs. So, like I listen to pop punk, so it's like you have just a few lines, right? Whereas these songs will have a whole book basically
like
within a
yeah,
song.
exactly. Whole storyline and like picture painted.
Yeah. So that's something that's new to me and like that I'm being introduced to and seeing like, holy cow, like these people tell a lot more stories than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And I apologize, but we're going to circle back to Fall Out Boy again. What genre would you classify them as?
Uh, I would say it's so hard because I feel like some of their songs are like more like alternative rock, but then I feel like some of them are like pop punk, and then some of them I
Yeah.
feel like are like emo pop.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
it just depends. Like really just depends on the album and like the song. Um, I don't know. That's hard. I feel like they're a mixture of it all in a
Well,
way.
definitely. And that's why like I think it's fun to talk about because so I think From Under the Cork Trees when I got into them, right? Which is a great album. And then I went back and listened to Take This to Your Grave, where I was really
Mm,
surprised because like that wasn't what they were performing at the time.
yeah.
And so like, talking about screaming, like Pete Wentz screams throughout the album, which is just crazy
Mhm.
because most people don't realize that Fall Out Boy did that, right? And then going to Infinity on High was kind of where like I started to drop off. And then, from there, like I didn't listen to like their new music for a while, other than like, obviously what you hear on the radio. But then So Much for Stardust came out and like totally different, like very theatrical, but like it kind of brought me back in and appreciate Fall Out Boy again. So like I really like them. But what I want to talk about is because you gave the example of Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. And so I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a question.
Mhm.
I can't say it's factual because I don't know if they've ever come out and said it. But Fall Out Boy has a song, our lawyer made us change the name of the song so we wouldn't get sued or whatever that one's called, right? You know what I'm talking
Mm,
about?
mhm.
Do you know what it was originally called?
No.
So, from what I understand, it was something along the lines of, why are you panicking at a disco anyways? Or like, what's there to panic at a disco for or something, right? So I think it was them calling them out.
That's so funny. I did not
So
know
again,
that.
I don't know
It's
if they've ever come
hilarious.
out and said like that's exactly what it was or who
That's
we were trying
so
to make fun of
funny.
or so that's why I was like, oh, I'm glad that you used both of these bands as examples, like back to back.
Yeah.
That's immediately where my mind went. Why are you guys panning at the disco anyways?
So
What's
funny.
happening? Um, I we keep bringing up Fall Out Boy and Paramore. Is there anything else that you want to bring up or talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay. Is there like any more upcoming shows? Any of your personal things that you do that you want to bring up or shout out right now?
There's I like to sing at farmers markets too, just for fun, just
Okay.
to get more
Yeah.
experience. But there is a Christian farmers market called Faithful Finds, if I'm not
Cool.
mistaken.
Okay.
And so some friends and I, just people from the worship realm that we all play for different churches, but we all come together to do little gigs like that. They're the ones
Yeah.
that we're doing the retirement home with and like the homeless
Okay.
shelter. Like we go and do little outreach worship stuff. But we're playing at that market on, make sure I don't get the days wrong. We're playing in June and July. So we're
Cool.
playing June 19th,
Nice.
from 7 to 8, and then also July 17th from 7 to 8. And that'll be, they want worship music, so that'll be all worship music, which will be fun. But also a farmer's market, lots of food, lots of jewelry, clothes, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
that's fun.
They have lots of different vendors. So we'll be doing that, and then we have Chupacabra on June 6th, and we're working on getting more shows that we'll put out there soon. We have a couple like TBDs that we're not like really sure, just because we've been talking to other bands, so it's hard to say if like it will
Yeah,
really happen or not. But we do really want to. We want to headline the Rosetta Room. Like that's what we want to do,
cool. That'd be
and
fun.
like be the ones to headline and get a couple bands to open, and so that's like a goal of ours that we want to do. And yeah, and then I sing almost every Sunday at Illuminate Community, and so for worship I'll be doing that, and yeah, it should be fun.
All right. Well, thank you. And like I said, whatever show flyers you want shared on the podcast
Absolutely,
page,
thank
we're more than
you.
happy to share that for you. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to do this. This has been a lot of fun.
I've had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome back anytime.
Aw, it's been so much fun.